Hello beautiful souls, welcome back to another video on Starseed Academy. My name is Jenny. So today I have something a little bit different for you. So this video is going to be just a bit of a life update, like recap, and an apartment tour later on for you, because I've had a lot of changes happen in the last couple of weeks with my life. And so that's why I've been talking so much about soul nudges lately and experiencing them myself, right? So when I'm talking to you about the ascension energies, I'm not just telling them to you as in this is everything that you're going to go through and everything that you're going to feel. I am included in that as well. We're all in this together here on Earth as starseeds. We are all experiencing these very real ascension symptoms in our lives. And so a lot of the time they are physical symptoms, but often they are emotional and energetic symptoms affecting our energy centers, affecting our beliefs, affecting our feelings, our emotions, literally everything. So what a soul nudge is, it's even more intense. It's when the ascension energies start to affect your life, your timeline. They seep in and they start making real changes for you. And so I have a whole video on soul nudges if you're wanting more details on that and interested in that. It's really important right now, so I would definitely recommend it because you're probably experiencing them. And essentially a soul nudge is when you know that something is not aligned in your life anymore. You know, you do. And you have that like voice in your mind telling you that, or in your gut maybe, depending on, where you feel things. So you know for a while before you make a change. You know it's not right anymore. And this can be anything, a job, a friendship, any kind of relationship, family or romantic, health, your routines, your diet. I mean, like literally anything. But you'll start to feel these soul nudges as thoughts, little thoughts about, oh, I really shouldn't, or I should, or things that you know that you should improve or change, right? And so we tend to ignore those. We tend to ignore that voice in our head, not realizing it's our higher self. It's our intuition. It's so important. And if we were to just listen to it like at the beginning, things would probably go a lot more smoothly for us, or we would maybe progress a lot further because of that. But I mean, it's only human to not want to step outside of our comfort zone. Nobody wants to be uncomfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to, rock the boat, I guess, in a lot of ways. So personally, I've really been experiencing soul nudges for a while. But like especially the last 3 years in a big way, right? I mean, obviously longer than that, probably our whole lives we get them, but I've been getting them strong for like the last 3 years. And so over the last 3 years, I've made a lot of changes, let me tell you. First of all, I got sober, which was one of the most incredibly difficult, most challenging decisions that I made for myself, and that was a soul nudge. I knew for 2 years before I did it that it was the right thing for me to do, and I kept putting it off because we do that. We make excuses, we justify it. We say, oh, it's not so bad, actually, I'll keep my eye on it, or I'll do this, or we talk ourselves out of it, don't we? So for 2 whole years I knew that that's what I needed to do, but I couldn't do it. I wasn't ready, I guess, right? So don't feel bad. I mean, if you're receiving soul nudges, be aware. That's the best thing you can do. Be self-aware, acknowledge them. Say, okay, that's where I'm headed, but maybe I'm not ready yet, but I'll get there, right? Because I'm telling you, if it's coming up as a soul nudge, as a feeling, as a voice, as a thought about a change that you need to make, and you have a knowingness that it's true for you, you just know it through and through, that thing, person, situation is no longer aligned and holding you back, and that changing that situation would set you free in some way. Like you do know, right? So don't feel bad if it takes you a while to actually take some action, because I've been there. But I'm trying to shorten the gap between the nudge the knowingness and the acknowledgement of it, and then the action. And over the last 3 years, that's what I've been working on. So I didn't stop at getting sober. I also cut out toxic friends and family members in a big way. And you know that I have so much unconditional compassion and love for people. But if somebody has proven themselves time and time again to be very draining or toxic to you, then at some point you have to make a decision to continue to love them, but from afar, right? To remove that energy from your life doesn't necessarily mean it's permanent, but it's what you need right now. And that is self-love. It's very important. We do it with an open heart though, right? Because we continue to send love, and if forgiveness is needed or whatever, we still feel those feelings. We still have the open heart, because it is so important to continue to live with an open heart. The most important thing you can do, actually, truly, is to make sure your heart chakra is open and that you are living in that state, no matter what comes up or how you feel. You just open even further. Expansion versus contraction. So important. So yeah, removing like toxic family and friends, cleaning up my life, I guess, right? Starting with sobriety and then moving into that. And then eventually leaving a job that no longer aligned with me. I felt like I unplugged from the 9-to-5 program. It's a 3D program that you can learn more about in the third dimension video or the abundance video, or I've talked about it in a lot of videos. You unplug from that program, and once you do, you stop buying into it. You stop believing it, right? Like you realize that it's not true. Because that program, the 9-to-5 program, that's the name of the program. It doesn't mean your job is 9 to 5. It just means that you have a job outside of your own self and likely your own soul purpose. And that program, it essentially is telling us that we are not the source of our own abundance, money, finances. That we are not the source, that we need an outside source to bring that into us. However, we know that we're creators. We're creator spirits. We create everything else, relationships, the home you live in, every situation, every opportunity, every bit of growth. You created that, nobody else. So why then would you not also be able to create your abundance? You absolutely can. It's about believing in it, believing in yourself and in your ability to create that. And for me, it looked a lot like realizing that this beautiful boss that I had an incredible business that was her dream. But here I was giving all of my energy, my time, precious commodities, time here on earth and your energy, towards someone else's dream when I had dreams. I had so many dreams. I have so many dreams. So many. And so it was time for me to invest in my own dreams, invest in myself with my time and energy, and go full-time in on that. And I'm so glad that I did. And soul nudges can be scary because that's a risk. For sure. It feels like a risk. It's probably really not. You've always got your own back. But it felt like a risk. It felt really scary. But then before you know it, it becomes the norm for you. And you're just like, oh, well, that's regular for me now to create my own abundance and make my own money from my own business. That's totally normal. So once you get over the fear and you kind of switch up your beliefs, before you know it, you've got this new reality. You can do it. If I can do it, you can absolutely do it. No different than you, right? And I know that not everybody wants to be entrepreneurs, but most starseeds do, because they don't like having someone else tell them what to do, what time to do it, like where to be, when, on what day. It doesn't work for us. We need so much freedom to fully express ourselves while we're here. And we are so full of gifts and talents. There's no reason why you can't create abundance and finances from that. And so starting my own business was a huge endeavor. Starseed Academy is like something that I've been wanting and dreaming about for so many years because I want to help people. That's what it comes down to. I really feel like that's my purpose here, is to help starseeds. That's what I'm here for. Help starseeds find their earth mission, find their path, awaken, uncover their past lifetimes, parallel lifetimes for healing and growth, reconnect with their team. Like, all I want to do all day long is help other starseeds in their earth path, on their earth path. And that's why I always call myself the Galactic Shepherdess, because that's truly how I see myself and what I feel like my energy is here to do. So after all these crazy changes, right? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot. And there was a lot of healing. Oh my God, in between all of those, all the healing that has to come up. Oh my goodness. Because as you're making changes, stuff comes up. Limiting beliefs, past life trauma, childhood trauma. When you try to make changes and follow soul nudges, don't be surprised when all of that comes up to be healed. It's a full-time event, changing your life, following your soul nudges, forging a new path for yourself, and then committing to the healing needed to become that version of yourself. Because your highest timeline exists. It already exists. It's right there. And you just have to walk the path to it. But that path includes a ton of healing and removing things from your life that are not aligned, which is exactly what we're talking about. So I am on the path to my highest timeline, right? I feel that. I feel so much potential in the direction that I'm heading, which is amazing. So now I'm going to get really honest with you in this video, but my last soul nudge. So after all of this growth and change that I had committed to, when the dust settled, and here I am, like, with my new business and being my own boss and like sober and all the things. When the dust settled, what I realized, what I was left with, was a beautiful life, but a relationship that no longer aligned with the person I had become, because I had changed and grown so much. And so maybe you are going through that, or have gone through that, or feel like you need to go through that, right? Because when we're so invested in self-growth, really going all in, like, I remember saying at the beginning of this relationship that my soul growth would always be my priority, and that I would always have to put it first. I was very honest about that. And that's why starseeds need someone who is on, it doesn't have to be the same path, but it does need to be a growth-filled path. Because if you're growing and then you maybe just grow at a faster speed, or there's not growth happening with the other person, it's not very long before there's so much distance, right? And then it's out of alignment. And you can try all the things to bring it back into alignment, and I definitely did. But you don't bring yourself down for that. You do all that you can to encourage that person to meet you there. But we can't dim our lights, and we can't make ourselves smaller. We need to be like free birds, right? Birds of peace and love, and sharing that energy with the world. And that purpose is a lot more important to me and my soul growth than a relationship will ever be. That's how committed I am to the Galactic Shepherdess inside me. So me putting all of my energy into this growth, and then focusing all of my energy on trying to fix the dissonance, at the end of that, the result was a very friendly uncoupling, right? Which is good. And it also resulted in a new city, like a big move, a new city, a new place, and a lot of fresh energy. So I feel like we spend enough time together now in this community that, and I know a lot of you, I mean, it's pretty obvious when something is going on with me too. I'm such an open book. And a lot of you have been so kind. Thank you so much for all of your support in all the ways that you support me, including your love and your messages. I'm so grateful. So I thought maybe you would enjoy a little bit of a life update, but also an apartment tour. So it's pretty cute, and I'm just settling in still. I've been here a week at this point when I'm filming this, but when you see it, it'll probably be more like 2 weeks. So we'll do a little apartment tour, and then I'll meet you right back here to tie things up. Okay, so the first thing that you would hear and see when you come in the apartment is this little guy. Hi, Gussie. Yes, hello. And then you would see these amazing windows. Aren't they incredible? Okay, Gus. He might serenade us through this whole thing. And then I've got this perfect little kitchen. Sorry, see if I can back up far enough. So bar stools here to eat my meals. Gus has a little tray spot right here so he can look out the window. And then it's all stainless steel, and there's a dishwasher, thank goodness. And then we're into the big windows again. Now the living room is pretty tiny. It's like Polly Pocket sized, but it's cute, right? It's super cozy. There's a fireplace right here in this entertainment unit, which is really nice for the cold nights. And I've got you guys have seen this couch a million times before, my vintage blue couch, absolute favorite. And above it, a vintage mirror on the wall, and me, hi. So the views, there's kind of a funny story with this. So this view, I mean, it's a retirement home, but I can see the water and some rainbows usually because of the water when I'm sitting and eating here at the bar stools. That's the water view just in between those buildings. However, my retirement senior neighbors really like to just sit in their window. Like they literally pull the chair up to the window, and I think I'm their entertainment. There's someone right there, actually. Let's see. We'll look back. Yeah. So I think they're very entertained by the things that I do, you know, dancing with Gus, all of those fun, exciting things. But I mean, it could be worse. You could have creepier neighbors than some nice old people, right? So this is the bathroom, and it's just, I love the exposed brick, but it's just your typical, I can't back up far enough for you to see that, but that's the shower. And then we've got just the stand, got a nice angel picture, the stand, the toilet, and then just sink. Nothing too special, but good enough and cozy. And then this is the office / getting ready room. So we've got Gus's little cat tree there and some storage in this closet. And then that's actually a fire escape, but you can't see it because of the light, but the window is like this crystallized pattern, and it creates rainbow light in here in the office. So I really like that. And then that's just my little getting ready table, like every girl has and needs. My office, desk, and then my bookshelf, and some storage tubs and my workout stuff. So brought this bookshelf from the last place. It's got good energy. And then last but not least, because this is not a huge place, the windows really sold me though. I mean, right? They're amazing. But last but not least is the bedroom. So this is a different kind of exposed brick. So pretty cool. Huge windows still. And then I've just got my artwork. I know you guys have seen that before. And some wreaths and mirrors. this windowsill is really deep, so I actually have an altar built here. So actually I'll get in here and show you. So this is for my ancestors. I've got the elephant is my grandmother. The hummingbird is another person in my life that was like a grandmother. And then that's my Orion parents. And then more avian stuff for me, obviously. And then we've got lapis lazuli at the back, and then some onyx and some grounding stones at the front, and then spirit quartz and amethyst. I always forgot what that was called, for dreams and communication. So it's actually really important to like protect your home at the windows and doorways with different crystals. And then these are just some really nice lanterns that I put candles in. But now that I said that, there's Gus again. I'll just show you quickly that I actually have, well, I've got so this is the window corners. So obviously that is really good energy, and that is the salt lamp. But then I've got a labradorite in this window corner. And then these quartz geodes are really helpful because they're near electronics and the router. So that's going to help that energy to neutralize. And then over here in this window corner is a quartz. So I don't have anything at the doorway yet, but I'll probably work something out there as well. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Let me know if you enjoy this style of video. I know it's very different than what I normally do, but I don't know, I guess I'm feeling called to show a little bit more of a personal side of my life, because I think that there are people out there that are really going to be able to relate and actually really appreciate and even need a little bit of a more personal side. But you let me know in the comments down below if you want more videos in this style, more vlog style, personal kind of life videos, as opposed to like the lessons and the teaching videos. So before we go, I just want to leave you with this reminder and thought. You can do hard things. We can do hard things. It's never too late. You're not too young. You're not too old. It's the right time. When the soul nudge appears in your life, it's the right time. And it won't go anywhere. It's going to keep nudging you, trying to nudge you onto a new path. That's what the nudge is. And sometimes it gets really intense when we're not listening, and it turns into a soul shove right onto a new timeline. Like, I like myself right now. Like, totally, completely new life. And you can feel the fear and just do it anyway. I know that's cheesy and said all the time, but it's true. You can do it. So please take some inspiration from me on the other side of things like healing childhood trauma, getting sober, starting my own business, leaving people behind that aren't aligned with me, putting my soul growth and my mission first. So I hope that you've received something from this video today, and some inspiration and some entertainment, all the good things. Your highest self and timeline are waiting for you. They're calling out to you. Are you listening? So please check out my video on soul nudges for more details on how this process works. And thank you so much for tuning in again with me on this channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. New videos every Sunday, Monday, Wednesday. If you want to work with me on a soul nudge you've received, I've got all kinds of services and a lot of experience, and I'd be more than happy to work with you on a one-on-one session, Zoom, healing, counseling, breakthrough session. Like, there are a lot of options. So check out my website in the link in the description of this video. And then before we go, please remember, listen to your heart and the quiet voice within, because you are so much more than the body you are in. Thank you, my loves. Have a beautiful day. Bye.